First of all, congratulations on Carnal Soul.
Thank
It's
you.
a very intense watch. It's very heart-wrenching.
Thank you.
Where did this idea come from, first of all?
So the idea, it just, I mean, honestly, it just kind of came to me one day. I was waiting on coverage for another script, so I was pacing and, just kind of full of restless energy. So I don't know. I started thinking of something that might be funny and just started writing it out. I think I wrote the whole thing out in like an hour plus, something like that.
Yeah.
And I sent it off to Alexis almost immediately because we had been talking about collaborating on something for a while. I had sent her a couple other shorts that I'd written. Um, but this seemed like, I don't know, it was so succinct, had a nice little punchline at the end. I thought it would be like a good first thing.
Uh, when you first saw the script, Alexis, what were your thoughts?
Well, besides saying yes immediately, it Alex and I both come from theater background, so I read it as, even though very much a film, I read it as a monologue theater, and it popped for me. Subtlety, smart, and really, like, that was it. It was subtle, and smart, and that basically sums up Alex. Subtle and smart. And so it shows in her writing. It shows in her work, but it shows in her writing. And so when I read it, she even said, like, it's bare bones, so to speak. Like, there were going to be other, obviously,
Oh yeah, there were other
visions.
apps and yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, like, I got it immediately. And then she I'm going to add to what she was saying earlier. And what was drawn to me as well is that it is vaudevillian. There is this dry humor, and I'm a huge Ricky Gervais fan, and she's a huge Larry David fan. So it was like one of those things. Like, I read it that brain, and she wrote it that brain, and it was like, oh, I get this immediately.
Yeah.
Definitely. Your main star doesn't, like you said, he plays it like it's a monologue, and then you get the payoff at the end, which is I thought was just incredible. It
Thank
really
you.
hit me. I
Thank
thought it was super funny.
you.
Like how did you were you able to cast such a perfect person for this role?
Oh man. It's a roundabout thing. So Alexis and Bob somehow were friends on Facebook. And she would like his posts, he would like her posts, and she said, what do you think about Bob for the role? And I was like, do you think that would want to do that? I mean, he would be the most ideal casting ever. I guess I'm gonna start brainstorming how to get in touch with his reps. So I reached out to Kelly Roy, who's a casting director who has taken chances on me in the past, casting me and stuff, and we've become friends in the process. So I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, any advice on how to approach an actor of this caliber, and what should my cover letter look like, things like that." And she said, "Oh, we cast him in something a couple months ago. I'll reach out on your behalf." And I was like, "Huh." It was like, oh, I'm eternally grateful to her. And so I got in touch with the reps. I sent them the script. And their first response was a pass. He's very flattered, but he's working on stuff, which is what I expected. I was not expecting someone like him to say yes to a short film with no budget. But the next day I got a follow-up email saying, "We made a mistake. We were thinking of a different project. He is interested in this and he would like to meet with you." And I called Alexis immediately. I was jumping up and down.
Wow, that's incredible. How often does something like this happen? I mean, it doesn't seem like, things fall into place like this.
It very much, there was quite a lot of kismet at play in this. As Alexis has said before, the whole thing was incredibly organic. We just from beginning to end, it was just, we were very methodical in our approach. Alexis especially made sure we were super prepared. She's so on the ball with everything, and I'm not. So she's she's laughing because it's true. So yeah,
Well, I'm also laughing because before you jumped on, Jesus and I were talking, and I was explaining that when I forget something, you remember, and when you remember something, I forget. So it's like, I mean, she should give herself more credit, but
that's
but we it's a nice little balance we got.
it is, yeah, it is.
How much have you guys enjoyed working with each other since you guys have had a relationship for a while now?
We work together so easily. Alexis is a total joy to work with. She's always so professional. She walks that fine line of like getting things done and laying down the law, but also being really cool, and everyone respects her, and it's just ideal for me.
And bringing this to film festivals, has it been easy to get accepted into the film festival first of all? And what kind of reactions have you guys gotten from people as they've seen it?
This is my first foray into submitting to festivals. But I'm sure this is a universal experience where, you get more no's than yeses. When we were accepted into the LA Shorts, we were beside ourselves. We were so excited and so honored to have a fest of that caliber accept our work. And it's the response has been good. There have been some good
Yeah.
reviews, some like fellow filmmakers have given really good feedback, which is always very validating. So
Yeah, yesterday was our day. It was our world premiere, and it was received quite well. I mean, the whole lineup was awesome, but like for the whole, like, I mean, because it is all about people showing up. It's difficult with
yes,
film festivals. It really is, and it doesn't matter what type of a cinephile you are. It's to get people out, and I get it. I fall into those cracks too where people invite me to stuff, and but for the most part everyone
yep.
has been extremely supportive. Like, people are seeing other people's films. Alex and I, on our day off, like, we were like, let's
Oh yeah,
just go,
I go
like,
all the time.
let's see films because it is so
Yeah,
desperately needed right now. We need cinema back. We
yeah,
need support systems. We need good storylines. Like, I mean,
yeah, and good storytellers.
yeah, good storytellers. And I myself was approached yesterday several times. Alex, you don't know this. A bunch of people said, hey, we did not expect that ending, and not to give too much away, but people thought, I didn't realize the majority of the people in the audience thought that it was a suicide letter.
Interesting. Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, I
Great. If they think that, that's great. Yeah, I was just happy that everybody laughed when they were supposed to.
Yeah, yes,
That was
I know, it's
basically
that moment.
oh my God,
Yeah.
yes.
And since you've had such a reaction to this, and you were accepted to LA Shorts, which is such a prestigious film festival, is there any thoughts into expanding the story, or continuing on through this universe?
Absolutely, absolutely. We've talked a lot about sort of developing this as an anthology of sort of anti-morality plays that are sort of subversive in the same way that this is, where you think it's some platitude about friendship or forgiveness, and it's like not that at all.
Mhm.
So something nice and bleak.
Mm-hmm. Reality.
Yeah, reality, exactly. The cold
Reality.
truth of
Yeah, but
reality. Yeah.
we are absolutely we're in development for that. And when this festival's over and after we shake it and at least try to catch up on sleep, we're hitting that drawing board. We're just gonna go right back into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I already have started with like concepts for other sort of stories in a series like that. So
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And going back to like getting no's from film festivals, how do you keep yourself enthusiastic about going on to the next film festival and putting yourself out there even more?
well, Alexis and I both have, but we both come from acting, so we're used to getting no's all the time.
Yeah. That
And
like
I mean, when you become an actor, it's mostly rejection. There's
It
so many more no's than yes, so many. And, it could have to do with you, it could not, you never know. So you kind of we've already developed kind of a thicker skin. You don't want to get too personally invested in things like that. You submit. If it's a no, you just dust yourself off and move on. You don't dwell, you don't take it personally. Because again, that's the universal experience for the majority of people, especially people like Alexis and I who come from nowhere and don't have a ton of didn't start with a ton of connections in the industry and stuff. Like, we both have kind of come from the ground up. So, we're no strangers to rejection.
Well,
and each no is a bigger yes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. If everyone quits after their first no, then we wouldn't have anyone making anything.
That's right.
very true. Well, congratulations on this project. I thought it was great. It's a
Thank
fantastic
you.
watch. It's really fast, but it makes you want to know more about these characters and have more stories. So
Great. That's wonderful. Thank you.
awesome. Well, congratulations and thank you very much for your time.
And thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, Jesus. This was so much fun.
I'm just gonna plug the socials real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on social media. I'm more of an Instagram chick. Alexis Iacono. The name is right there. And also the Carnal Soul has an Instagram page. It's building each day. Like, comment, all of it at the Carnal Soul. TheCarn like in Nancy ALSOUL. Carnal Soul.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you want to plug your socials, Alex?
I will. I only have one socials, and it's Instagram. It's at Alex Essoe. And that's the entirety of my presence on social media. I'm mostly there for the memes, if I'm being honest.
Well, it's that time and age, so yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
For your time once again.
Yes. Yeah, it was really great. Thank you so much for having us, dude.
Thank you.